Hello, this is Group 3 with Project 3, Data Communications. So our project was based on a Star Wars board game, and what you're going to want to do is open a server terminal, a client terminal, and a second client terminal. I will show you what those files look like real quick. And so we have our file client 1, and in the source file, you'll find X-Wing, and the X-Wing GUI is what you want to run. And you'll also find server in the client 1 folder. You want to run FTP multi. And X-Wing client 2 is identical to client 1 minus the server folder. So we're going to go ahead and run the server. One second. Alright, now we're listening. And then you can see here that if we open X-Wing GUI on the first one, we can start a new game. So here's a little bit of the files that we have included. New game is the default load file you're going to want to use when you start a new game. Ship list is the current ship positions for the game you are playing. So we'll start new game. You can see that the blue ships have been placed on the top of the board. Unfortunately, the virtual machine has cut off the bottom pixels of our program, but there are a mirrored set of red ships on the other side. You'll see them momentarily. But now we can click connect. You'll see that we have connected to both, you'll see that we connected to the server on both the client and server terminals. So what we can do next is go back into the client, and a smart thing to do would be save state so that the server knows that the new game state is what we want. And the next thing we can do here is open up the second client. So we're going to want to connect. You can see here on the client terminal that we have connected, as well as the server terminal. This Java no pointer exception is negligible. So then we can connect to the server. Oh, we already did that. My apologies. We can load state. You can see that the blue ships are in the starting position and the red ships are as well, but you cannot see that. The next thing we can do here is go onto our original client and start making a move. The red ship has moved. Maybe we go to the next move. This red ship has moved. We'll go to this. You see that the red team is still on its move. So we'll keep going. And now it's blue team's turn. So we're going to want to save the state. And notify the blue client that their turn is ready. They will then load state. Now, one thing you may have to do is click next move until it is your turn as well, along with the other player. And then they may then make their moves and save state. And the other client may also load state from there. Lastly, we may disconnect with both clients. And we can see that we have exited. User disconnected. So just for a small overview of the files, we have the X-Wing GUI that will allow for the buttons to establish some connections. And they also have the load state and save state, which will execute commands with those connections, such as saving and loading the ship positions. On the server side, we have the ability to start listening for connections and also transfer files to servers so that they may load the current game state. Thank you very much.